How's it going, guys? It's K-Cars, and in this video I'm going to be installing LED headlights on my 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ. I did go ahead and buy these from quadratech.com. I think they were about $218. These are the 39 watt LED headlights from Quake LED. Now unfortunately they were on back order for like 2 months, I think, so I did order them a while ago and they finally got here. So of course from Quadratech you do get a bunch of coupons, and don't know what this stuff is, but you get like a magnet sticker, some stuff about their floor liners, and some other stuff that you probably don't need. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the actual headlights here. Now these should just be plug and play, and I will show you guys a before and after of how the headlights look, because the stock ones are very dim and don't really work that well. So hoping these are a lot better. I mean, they should be because they're LEDs, and I believe these are about, I think it said like 3,300 lumens or a little over 3,000, something like that, but I know they are 39 watts. So that's what they look like here. And then the second one, obviously exact same thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna have to do is take off this whole headlight bezel, and it's only held in by 2 screws in the top corners, so 1 and 2. You're just gonna have to go ahead and screw these out first. And obviously make sure you don't lose the screws. Go ahead and do the other one. Then I believe there are 2 tabs at the bottom of the bezel that are still going to be holding it in. So just got to be careful not to break those. There we go. And as you can see, these 2 tabs right here that I was talking about, they just go in the bottom right there. Okay, so now that you have the whole headlight bezel taken out, there is another bezel right here. You can see this little silver thing. There are 4 screws that are holding that in, so we can go ahead and unscrew those. So these are a lot tighter than the other ones. Yeah, this thing is very rusted. You probably can't really see that, but it is. So obviously, like the previous ones, don't lose these because you are going to have to reuse them. Then when you're unscrewing the last screw, you want to make sure you're holding in the headlight and the bezel, just so that it doesn't fall out. Now it should be pretty loose and just come right out like that. So there's the little silver piece that I was talking about, and the whole headlight should just come right out. Then you should just be able to unplug it from the back here. There we go. So it wasn't too bad, just had to wiggle it around a little bit. So that's what it looks like. It's just 3 little prongs right there, and you literally just have to take the little connector off like that. I'm gonna try to clean this out a little bit. You don't have to do this, but it's not extremely dirty, but just want to keep everything nice and clean. Okay, so now we can go ahead and plug in the LED. And I'm actually not too sure what this little connector is for. I think it's just for like daytime running lights. At least that's what I've heard on YouTube from other people that have done this. But this LED doesn't have daytime running lights, so I'm not sure what this is, but we'll see. Okay, so that's plugged in. Go ahead and put it in there. Make sure your wires are in there pretty good. And can go ahead and put the silver thing back on. And obviously you want to make sure the headlight is on there the right direction, so it says .SAE on the top right there. And then for the little silver bezel, the two holes that are closer to each other go on top. So that's how I have it. I'm going to go ahead and screw in the top ones first and get the holes aligned. Okay, I'm not going to tighten that one up all the way yet. I want to make sure they all fit pretty good. When you're doing these bottom ones, you do want to make sure that you don't accidentally drop the screws, because if you do, you're probably going to have to remove this little blinker to get the screws if they fall back in there, which isn't a huge deal. It would just take more time. Okay, just make sure they're straight, and you can go ahead and tighten them up. Okay, now I'm actually going to go ahead and test it out to see if it actually works. So as you can see, these are the low beams. I'm going to go ahead and test out the high beams. I'd say it looks pretty good to me. Alrighty, so now the next step is just to put on this headlight bezel. And like I said, you want to make sure those tabs go in the bottom right there. And there's only 2 screws in the top right and left corners. So just make sure they line up, and we can go ahead and screw those in. And that's all there is to it, and now you just got to do the other side. So as you guys can see, there is a pretty significant difference. You can definitely tell that they're a lot brighter, and the stock ones are very dim. And I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on camera, but as you can see, these bottom middle ones are your low beams, and then I guess the rest are high beams. So yeah, I would highly recommend getting LED headlights if you have an XJ like this, because you really need them. So let's see what they look like from here. So obviously there on the right, you can see it's kind of like a yellow color. Then here you can see it's an actual LED. It's definitely a lot brighter. Okay guys, so one thing that I noticed after I installed these LED headlights is that the bottom row of LEDs actually like flicker while the lights are off and the engine is turned on. So I'm guessing they actually did come with daytime running lights, and I just wasn't aware of that. So I didn't really think anything of that little wire that was dangling back there that I didn't connect to anything. I guess if you just leave that wire there without connecting it to anything, it'll actually flicker the daytime running lights while the lights are turned off. And the only way to actually stop that is by turning on the high beams while the lights are turned off. So like the high beams won't actually be turned on, but the flickering will stop. And what I mean by that is just keeping the headlights turned off, but pushing this back to turn the high beams on. But the lights won't actually turn on, it'll just stop the flickering. I'm gonna go outside and show you guys what I mean by flickering. You can see just the bottom row of LEDs that are flickering. And it's doing that on both sides, and it's only when the lights are turned off. And when I actually turn the lights on, the flickering goes away and it's perfectly normal. It's only when the lights turn off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights off and turn the high beams on, and you'll see that they will actually stop flickering. So that is the way to actually stop flickering. So yeah, I'm about 90% sure that the reason they are flickering is because they actually do have daytime running lights, which wasn't mentioned anywhere, like on the website or in the package or anywhere. So I'm assuming that the bottom row of LEDs are the daytime running lights, and I guess I'm supposed to wire those to the parking lights or the ignition, something like that. I'm not really sure. If you guys have any advice, definitely comment that down below. But if I end up wiring the daytime running lights, I'm definitely going to make another video showing you guys how to do that when I figure out how to do it, because right now I'm not really good with wiring stuff, so I'm kind of learning this stuff as I go. So like I said, if you guys have any advice, definitely let me know down in the comments. Probably even take it off-roading while it's stock like this, just to see how it does. And I'm definitely going to be recording every single time I go off-roading. So if that's something you guys would want to see, also subscribe so you don't miss any of these Jeep videos. If you guys have any suggestions for videos you'd like to see in the future, definitely drop those down in the comments. As well, if you have any questions, also leave those down in the comments. Happy to answer any kind of questions you guys might have. And if you like this video or found it entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.